Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you how to upload your work from GDP to eCampus. And what I'm going to show you is how to save your file and also how to put it on eCampus. First, we'll do a correspondence, a written work, which are the things that'll say W1, W2, and then we'll do the timed writing. So, when you're in GDP, you go to a lesson, you can open up the report and do your work, and then I've already done it, so I'm going to click on Edit Report, and it'll access my Word program. And as you should know, you need a copy of Microsoft Word 2007 as well as the GDP software to be in this class. So you do your work, and then if you click Save, it'll save automatically to a file called GDP Data, which is part of your GDP program. It comes with that. Or you can save the file to a folder that you've made yourself. I made one just to show you called GDP so that I can save everything to my desktop, and then that makes it for me easier to upload. To make a new folder, you just right click on your desktop, click New, and then click Folder. Then you can name it anything you want. You can name it Typing Class, you can name it GDP, BTEC 116, anything you like. And then you can go to your document and do File, Save As, and then choose that location by clicking Desktop, and then whatever you named your folder. And then click Save. And so then you can close out of your work and go to GDP, or I'm sorry, to eCampus. And then here is the course page, and this is what you see when you log on. And see here, the first thing you should do in beginning this class is go to the How-To folder. Please read all information on this page and watch the video on submitting your work to eCampus. That's what you're viewing right now. Thank you. So, to turn in your assignments, click on the Assignments tab, and then choose the proper assignment. So, let's go to W2, and then it'll tell you to see the syllabus for what you're supposed to submit. And for each lesson, it's 3 or 4 documents that you'll be submitting, and you can add them all at one time. You just click on Add Attachments, and sometimes you'll get these security warnings about running Java because it's an earlier version than most people have. And then you'll wait for this to load, and once it does, you'll have an option for My Computer right here. Click on My Computer, and then click on the file that you want to use. So now it's taken me to my desktop. I'll click on GDP, and then I'll click on a report and click Open. Now, it will be automatically attached here. See, the blue line shows you the document has been successfully attached. And then click Add Attachments, and you can add more files. We'll do 2 here. So again, there will usually be 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 or 6, depending on the lesson. And for that, of course, you'll follow along in the book. So click on My Computer, and then usually if you're doing several at a time, it'll take you right back to that folder you started with. So click on the other, or any others that you need to submit. This window will automatically close, and then I accidentally uploaded 2 of the same document, so I'm sorry for that. And then if you want to tell me anything, if it says in GDP that you have 10 errors and you know that you don't have any, just go ahead and give me a message right here in the comment box, and then you'll click Submit. Are you sure you want to submit this assignment? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. I don't want to be late. Okay. So, you have that done. Now to timed writing. In GDP, you have your timed writings. Typically in this class we'll do 5-minute timed writings, but for this example I'm going to do the 12-second sprint because it's much faster to show you, so we don't have to sit here for 5 minutes and wait for it to be finished. Okay, so what we do now is complete the speed sprint. Walking can perk you up if you are feeling tired. And then we wait for it to be complete. Sure, I'll review the stored text. And look at that, no errors. Hooray, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so your next thing is to go back to your main portfolio here. Okay, so up here you have several tabs. Upload. Do not ever use the upload button. We do not use the website that it's affiliated with. It's not part of WVUP's curriculum. Email, web, portfolio, reference manual, and help. So we're going to click on portfolio, and we're going to see here 12-second speed sprints, 50 words per minute, 0 errors. Total time 26 seconds. That's not the time it takes you to complete, but rather the time you're on the screen before you hit yes, and after you hit no, and after you hit complete, and all these things. So there's that. Okay, what you can do with this to give me how many words you had and how many errors is there are several options, but what I would suggest is just going ahead and hitting filter portfolio and then change this down here to be timed writing only, and then click on OK. Then export to HTML. And then what I will do is go ahead and save it in that folder I made on my desktop, GDP. And then this is going to always say GDP Student Portfolio. So if I were you, I would change it to your last name and then a number. So 1, since this is the first one I've done. Save that. And then go back to eCampus. Click on the timed writing tab that you need to submit to. And then add attachments. Wait for my computer to come up again. Oh, there's another Java error. Once it comes up, it'll probably take you back to the same folder you've been using. Click on that. Click on the file that you've just saved for the timed writing. Click Open. And then click Submit. Yes, I'm sure I want to submit. Okay. And that is how you upload timed writings and then your written lessons for week 1 through week 16, 15 to eCampus. If you have any questions, please go through the how-to folder or send me an email with your specific questions. Also, in GDP, there is a help button right here in the far right-hand corner. If you click on it, you can search for what you're looking for, search for different ways to do things. And again, please do not use the upload button in GDP. It will not get your work to me. Thank you. I hope this has been helpful.